a pleasant good morning to each and everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Titans of Democracy right here on the street, 919 FM. Let me do apologize for the late start. Pleasant good morning. Thank the Heavenly Father for bringing me here safe, sound, and all in one piece. Yes, can't forget that. Pleasant good morning going out to the lovely Miss Sharon, Felix, and her entire family, to Mr. Dominic, Romain, and his entire family. Good morning to you, all our callers, all our listeners, to all of our viewers online. For those of you that are locked on via whatever mechanism that you are, it's always good to have you guys on the inside with us. Oh, why are you doing that this morning? What's going on with you? Yes. Pleasant good morning going out to the management and staff of the Street 909 FM. Good morning to the lovely Miss Sharon, Felix, to Mr. Dominic, Romain, and their entire families. Also, as I try to get myself further organized here. Okay. Yes, sorry about that. I'm just trying to get everything in place at this point, so that we can. Right. Nice. So as we get ready to get you all started here with us, get ready to get into our papers for today. Tuesday, the 25th of May 2021. Yes. So, headlines in the Express. Blame Andrea Vigils. PM accuses UNC of fueling COVID cases with candlelight events. Here they are, and there's a picture of two members of the Defense Force. Mother of 5 beaten to death. Husband dies by suicide. What the hell is this? Blame Andrea Vigils. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley yesterday singled out the candlelight vigils organized and paid for by the UNC, which was trying to exploit the death of Andrea Barrett. Oh, and look at how much people here. Wow. Kamala slams government bungling. What is your plan to lead Trinidad and Tobago out of the COVID-19 pandemic? This was the question opposition leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar repeatedly asked Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley. Government business for key talks. The government will be holding a meeting with various business organizations to discuss COVID-19 related business concerns tomorrow, which should be today, yes. Okay. Plea to stressed out doctors and nurses. Frontline doctors and nurses who are under strain due to increasing COVID-19 cases and deaths are being encouraged to reach out for mental health support if they need it. We will be happy to help. Trinidad and Tobago is now 1 year into the COVID-19 pandemic, and many families are facing economic hardship, some unable to provide meals for their loved ones. The Santa Cruz man killed after fight with gunman. A Santa Cruz man who fought back against gunmen was shot and killed on Sunday night. Matura man 19 jailed for stealing from Trini River Lime. A Matura teenager broke into Trini Riverline Pavilion and stole televisions and other items was jailed for 12 months with hard labor on Monday. Mist blower and PPE for Sangre Grande police in pandemic fight. Chairman of the Mayaro Rio Claro Regional Corporation, Romain presented a mist blower and personal protective equipment PPE for use at the Sangre Grande police station. Police advised to public on online sales and purchases. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service has issued advisories to the public to exercise caution when conducting online sales or purchases. Police search for man threatening woman with loaded shotgun. Police seize ammunition and a homemade shotgun which a man used to threaten a woman in Rio Claro on Sunday morning. Pity Valley woman dies in knife fight with female relative. Oh boy. So these are the stories making way in the Express at this time. So as we get into the Newsday, hold a sec for me as we get into the Newsday. So, Trinidad and Tobago seeking COVID-19 vaccines from EU. Public pleased with COVID-19 vaccine appointment system. 4 dead in 3 violent weekend incidents. Bermuda vaccine donation arrives in Trinidad and Tobago. 21 held for breaching curfew overnight. 15 deaths, 250 COVID-19 cases detected. And that was from yesterday's update. Prasad Bisesa supports SOE but hits bungling of COVID-19 crisis. PM, emergency needed because we all relaxed a bit. Health Ministry working on priority COVID-19 testing for police. Health Ministry, no picking and choosing COVID-19 vaccines. Okay. Police warn off activists, media from Red House. Jamaat calls on government, cut ties with Israel. Appeal court to determine procedure for hearing border closure appeal. Electrician waits 5 months for return of payment he didn't owe. Judge, Supreme Court, not Industrial Court, to hear certain disputes over public servants. Parallel healthcare system down to 72% occupancy. Dr. Hines to check the oximeter supply and demand issue. Valencia farmer stabbed to death. And these are the stories making way in the Newsday at this time. So as we get over to the Guardian, headlines in the Guardian: Andrea Vigils blamed. DOMA wants consultation with business community. Businesses are continuing to take a financial hit as COVID-19 infections and deaths continue to climb. PM, do what has to be done against COVID. Kamala, government feeling to curb COVID-19. More like the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Not the government. TNT records fourth deadliest day of COVID-19 pandemic. Minister TNT's vaccine hunt goes to European Union. Tobago teen tops CXC mathematics exam. Single mothers group urges moms, if you need help, reach out to us. Fishermen fear fish shortage if they can't work during curfew. Sando Mayor, homelessness is a petty hustle. PSA loses bid for special tribunal to hear public servants' disputes. State to pay siblings charged with murder for being housed at adult jail. Whoa. Okay. PAHO donates medical equipment to the Ministry of Health. Government, local poultry industry critical to domestic food sector. So these are the stories making way in the Guardian, the Express, and the Newsday at this time. And I get ready to invite Mr. Dominic Romain. Dominic, good morning, my friend.
Morning, sir.
How are you this morning?
I am good.
Very nice, very nice. Well, the lovely Miss Felix will be with us in a bit.
Okay.
Yes, so. Hey, what was that? Yes.
Huh?
I know here a funny noise there. I don't know what that was. Yeah, so I can open up the lines just for a bit to take a few calls before we jump into things. Let's see. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Hey, man.
Morning, Dominic. Was Sharon making coffee or? you know, she home so she could lie all as much as she wants. And it came to her that, they can't see what she's doing. The moment like this. Do the thing and what I mean. And say good morning to friend the Tobago. Good morning to girlfriend. Good morning to Patty Street. Good morning to Mammy Sauce. Good morning to Tunapuna. Romain Oga. Jenny and Claudette out there in Florida. Malcolm and Gemma. Yes, Mr. Toronto. Powerman, morning to you. Jackie and Jackie. Let me say Bonnet Garden. You know Bonnet Garden. Moncton Street, Nelson Street. Yes. Let me see somebody I'm missing there. Oh, Miss Friday, good morning to you. Peacemaker, good morning. Miss Gloria, morning to you. Get well quick. God's blessings to you. So Miss Faizabad and all those who are missed out. I know who are missed out. I can't remember who are missed out. They love to everybody. 1285, good morning. Good morning. Well, love to everybody. All you stay indoors. When it's not time to stay indoors, don't be outside. It's 9 to 5. It's a day walk at night time. All you stay indoors. Keep all your mask on. And Bruce, if you have to do anything, keep your mask on your mouth, God.
Caller, good morning.
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 My financial guru, good morning. Manu, you forget Zina and Coco. How you going to do that, Manu? But anyhow, my financial guru, you realize you have a new richest man in the world this morning. The richest man in the world has changed this morning. So we have from George Soros. Anyhow, we have a new rich man this morning. And I have one more thing. You see, the richest man in India this morning is selling out part of his steel company in England. And I had one more point for you. You see, this Russian country make the land a plane and take a journalist off. Say bomb scare, make a plane land and pull off a journalist. So we didn't see the outcome of that. Enjoy your morning, gentlemen.
Thank you. Yes, guys, so you can call us up at 342-0081, 466-5391. I have the lines open for just a bit again. And then I'm going to pass it over to Mr. Romain. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce and Dominic and Sharon. I just want to touch quickly on how Ms. Kamala Prasad seems to understand the science of what is happening with this pandemic and how it's affected other countries worldwide. Ms. Kamala Prasad sister would have stood up in Parliament yesterday and speak about England and how they had a stadium with about 20-something thousand people. For real, Ms. Kamala Prasad sister? For real? That is your contribution to the debate in the Parliament? You talking about that? Well, Dr. Rowley rightfully answered that question because it doesn't really make any sense. And then asking the government what they're doing and what's the plan. Well, if she's Kamala Prasad sister is really serious on board and really, wants to help and deal with the pandemic, she would have realized that even before the vaccine was developed, Trinidad and Tobago was using science and applied it to our society to keep the numbers down. Right? And this is what was happening. We were even hailed by the World Health Organization and other countries across the world. Right? We, as the government, could only do so much. The laws only apply to a certain limited the government to make people do certain things. Dr. Rowley has been from day one begging us, to observe these protocols that they put in place for us because we have rights. And the government cannot infringe on 100% of the rights. That's the reason why he has to call the state of emergency, which will suspend some of your rights. Not all. The rest belongs to us as citizens together, not one individual or just you meeting and the others and things. It's everybody must be on board. And the reason why Ms. Kamala and them put in misinformation and anything, you notice in their constituency where their representative, a parliamentary representative for their area, was supposed to be talking to the people. They did not do that. Instead, what was coming up from the UNC is that the government was trying to use this thing and all kind of nonsense they keep telling the people. So hence the reason why the spread had started, because every day we have this meeting with the health people and them, and they show you where the spike started from. And then they want to tell me that it started in Tobago because Dr. Rowley said, tell people to come to Tobago and 25,000 people come to Tobago. Okay, let me use their logic. So 25,000 people from Trinidad went to Tobago, spread it among themselves because the COVID will say, no, we ain't going after Tobago, we want Trinidadians. And then they come back in Trinidad and the spike started. So if those 25,000 people went to Tobago and the spike started there, it means that about 80% of the Tobago public would have been infected. But how come Tobago still have low numbers? And beside that, we have people from Tobago who traverse regularly across the carriage, the sea carriage, from Trinidad to Tobago on a regular basis and come back. Sometimes they go in certain areas and they will get it and bring it back home in the thing. But still, it's still under control. So I just want Ms. Kamala and them to stop this nonsense because it's starting to affect me personally and psychologically. Because right now, because of their status in Parliament, they are allowed to get the vaccine, and I can't vex with that because of their status. But I ain't get mine yet. And they're just frustrating the system, and I can't get my vaccine yet. It's really hurtful.
Thank you, caller. So, Dominic,
Yes, sir.
Is the plan, boy?
Well, just watching tricks.
Yeah, but how much longer we gotta watch?
But I can hear the frustration of the caller, and I'm sure that frustration is shared across the country. And then having listened to the contributions of the members of the opposition in the parliament yesterday, would have only served to heighten that frustration. Especially listening to Prasad Bisesa. And she continues to talk about, so, you know, the hypocrisy of these people. I listened to two of them last night, and David Lee. And to hear David Lee ask the question, how did we get from last year being Oxford #1? How did we get from that good place to where we are now? So he can admit now that it was a good place. But when we were there last year, it wasn't a good place. Because in light of the low deaths and the low number of infections, despite all of the criticism that they were coming with, when they realized that the population wasn't taking, I want to remember the argument then was about the government if it is you all have COVID under control, why you have so many citizens stranded outside the country, thousands of citizens stranded outside, people taken to vagrancy and prostitution and all kind of thing, and it's suffering the citizens outside. That was the mantra at that point in time. Now we're not really hearing people crying. We're not seeing videos of people abroad suffering and wanting to come home. So let's flip it back now to the government incompetent, and they dropped the ball on the vaccines. And it's because of the porous borders. If you want to argue the porous borders, then you got to take some blame for that too. And I continue to ask the question, Bruce, if you're going to say it's because of the porous borders, then explain to me January, February, March, when we were getting low figures, daily figures were in the single digits, when the borders wasn't porous then. So how it is that all of a sudden in April, the borders became porous? In May, but yet still, I am not seeing a proliferation of videos and pictures on Facebook of Venezuelans coming en masse to Trinidad as we were seeing before. Where is Shankar Tilak Singh, the UNC counselor from down Cedras or Ikakas or whoever, who couldn't pass up an opportunity to be interviewed by TV6 and CNC3 to talk about how many Venezuelans come into this country? And I will ask the question, of the 390 persons who have died, how many of them were Venezuelans? How many Venezuelans in Cuba hospital? How many of them lining up? You hear anybody, any nurses? Because I refuse to believe that all the nurses and doctors is only PNM nurses and doctors. So that you can say they're hiding the information and they're not telling you. So how come the UNC nurses and UNC doctors not telling us that you have hundreds of Venezuelans in Cora or Cuba or any of the other health facilities that have been set up to deal with COVID? How come? Why are we not seeing the photos? But it's the porous borders and the porous borders and the porous borders. When we were being told earlier this year about the spike that was taking place in Central, remember they take issue with that? Why? Because it's UNC stronghold. Why are they only picking on Central and the Caroni area? But we had people who living in these areas and work in these areas or calling the radio station and saying, yes, if you go down there, you will see bars, people operating normal as if they have no COVID.
That's right.
That's what they were saying. So it's not just the government saying that. You had people who I would think are impartial who calling and saying that, and not just calling the Street 919 FM. They were calling other radio frequencies as well. So if you want to say, well, this is a PNM station, so it's PNM, people was calling and say that. No, they were calling at other stations as well. And you were seeing it on social media. Persons who you would align to the UNC were saying the same thing because they were genuinely concerned about what was happening. And rather than join the government at that time to help, the UNC was trying to defend and to blame. Now I see they're talking about some 351,000 vaccines that the government could have gotten from Pfizer, and Samakal wanted to pay for it, and they offered, and something about they just wanted to get a tax credit for the money that they were going to spend. But it's the same Samakal that said that they had access to 1 million vaccines. And the government said, well, okay, give us information as to who are your suppliers, what is the brand of the vaccine, so that we could do our research to make sure that the vaccines that you propose to bring into the country is legitimate vaccines, and that we're not going to take the chance to inoculate people, and then these are bogus vaccines and people just started dying on our hands, because at the end of the day, it's the responsibility of the government to ensure that whoever you're given a license to bring pharmaceuticals into the country to, that it's above board.
That's right.
But here we are almost 2 months later, and nothing. Where the letter? Where the letter? We waiting. I'm so tired of these damn people, so fed up.
Well, boy, we're getting ready to go to a break, going to play a music video for you, and we'll be right back. So keep it locked, Street 919 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy. The lovely Miss Felix will be with us in just a bit. So Dominic, Romain, and Bruce Wayne, we are here. So we'll be back in just a bit, guys.
Yes, we see you on the other side of 7 o'clock.
Let me catch my breath on here. Me playing mad in real life, I'm tired. Somebody say yeah. Georgia, I read energy, right? Only that way from the setup. Hold on. Hold in your stomach. I read belly, you know. And just sing. Sing from your heart, ding dong. Just sing. From the age of 10, had my first girlfriend. I didn't have no paper when she wanted ice cream from right from the bed. Later then, how much money you spend? It's too one way again. She marking every cent. You see, I just too much Valentine. You see, I make too much of a choice. You see, I never be again. I want it too. All them get this evil. I want it too. Low. All who play that you mark, let me see a trumpet sign.
You don't need a mic to amplify your voice or a pen to rewrite history. You don't have to be a legend to inspire or use a podium to be a leader or have a title to be called successful. You don't need a classroom to be educated or even a radio to hear this message. And the world is yours to mold. All you need is passion and a deep connection to what you believe in. And you can make anything happen. When life is on, you can be mobile.
Be mobile. Just be.
Tune into the Street 91.9 FM
every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
for the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Sharon Thomas.
The scripture says, and they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in.
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Sharon Thomas on the Street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
That drink you introduced me to, the U-Juice turmeric ginger lime. Oh my gosh, it was awesome. First thing I realized is that the sugar content was very low, which is good for me at my age. But I think the experience I had with that juice is having drank it. You know, I could literally feel my brain very light. I could feel a sense of oxygen overtook my body. I felt light. You know, I could have this all day long.
Try U-Juice today. Available at leading supermarkets nationwide or order online at ujuiceroots.com for free delivery.
If you could top up your car when you want, give me $5 in super. Your phone when you want. Hello? You'll call me back, my credit done in. Why you can't top up your TV when you want? Well, now you can with Direct TV Prepaid. Top up when you want and get the best in entertainment with a 15 or 30-day TV top-up. Don't hurt your head. Get all your favorite TV shows, movies, and more without having to bang your belly. Now you're really looking good with Direct TV Prepaid. Well, what you waiting on? Purchase your kit, install, and activate with WhatsApp or SMS at 3903288.
Sign up and save with Green Dot. When you subscribe to any of our broadband packages, you get 30% off the installation fee, allowing you to stream your favorite shows on any of your devices. Update your social media accounts and connect with friends and family. Stay on top of the class with online learning sessions. Or keep your team in the loop with virtual meetings, all at an affordable price. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait. Call 224-GDOT today to sign up and save with Green Dot, improving and simplifying lives.
If you're a small or medium business looking to grow, then you simply need more customers. This is where we can help. Did you know people are Googling keywords right now for your products and services, but they can't find you? We help small businesses just like yours take advantage of online ninja advertising techniques to get more customers and more sales. Did you know there are thousands of businesses in Trinidad and Tobago that are not properly taking advantage of online marketing strategies? This means there's plenty of opportunity for you. We can help you put together targeted marketing campaigns using Google, Facebook, Instagram, etc. to get you more customers, all while spending pennies on the dollar. Give us a call today for your free business consultation. Call 363-4030. That's 363-4030. One more time, 363-4030.
Welcome to Dr. Love Rebirth Center for Herbal Solutions. Users of our Silver King branded product claim it's working for them. High definition eye drops dissolves cataract without surgery or peeling. Double barrel combination of L-arginine and L-citrulline, heart and arteries cleaner, testosterone builder, hydrolyzed collagen for joint, colloidal silver immune system builder, Bolas for leaky bladder, cold pressed avocado oil, beetroot energy supplement, ozonated olive oil gel, the ultimate antibiotic, flashback for stress, move free for stiff joint, garlic extract, provision for memory loss, black seed oil, prostate protocol, and coffee enema kits now available. Contact Dr. Love at PTSD Terminal Road, Quezes San Juan, Twin City Mall, San Fernando, and Pinal. Call us on 366-4058 or 478-9222. Check us out on WhatsApp, Facebook, and our website, www.drloversea.com.
Julia, how our daughter bright so?
What you mean?
Kelly's so young and already talking about when she gets her first job, taking out a mortgage with TTMF at 2%.
She knows about 2%?
Yes, 2% with no down payment as a first-time homeowner and the lowest rate on the market. We would not have to dip into our savings to set her up. Where she get all these brains from?
Her mother, of course.
TTMF, from here to home.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in San Luis Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays Sundays, Ministry of Worship Children's Hour and the Word from 1 to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
At Health and Wealth Lifestyle, we offer a wide range of services: blood analysis, iridology, acupuncture, foot detox, foot massages, gua sha, hot stone therapy, fire therapy, legs and feet massage therapy, mineral scrubs, acrotherapy, cupping.
We also have a wide variety of supplements: silver, zinc and magnesium, body light, and lots more.
We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle operate our business in a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. We frequently sanitize our compound and abide by all the COVID guidelines that are currently in place.
So come on down to Health and Wealth Lifestyle, where we treat you like family. Book your appointment today. Call us at 1-868-275-8359
or 1-868-288-1108.
And remember, your health is your wealth, and prevention is always better than medication.
Len Capital Certificates is a passive income service company located at Princess Margaret Street in San Fernando and Fifth Street South Woodbrook. At Len Capital, investing is made simple. You invest with us. We make the investments and then you collect returns either monthly or yearly. We have 5 different options you can choose from, and each investment option comes with different benefits starting from TT $5,000. For more information, contact 399-0307. Len Capital Certificates. It's all about you.
It's not a perfect match unless you're better together. Like your favorite series and more data to binge. Like an online concert and 25 gigs of LTE data to power the facts. Or some hot gossip and free Digicel calls.
You lie.
Nope, that's the perfect match. You and Digicel's $249 30-day Prime bundle. Free Digicel calls, 200 anywhere minutes, rollover data, and more. Dial star 323 # or visit My Digicel app to activate today. Digicel. Better together.
More to love, yes it's true. Pennywise, just for you. So we'll get that perfect smile. Beauty's in every aisle to take care of your body. We have all you need to stay healthy. Yeah, Pennywise. More to love, yes it's true.
Pennywise gives you more to love.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Oh, good. Lo.
The system.
So welcome back on the inside. If you're just joining me, you're locked on to the Street 919 FM with you're liming with your Titans of Democracy. Dominic, Romain, Bruce Wayne, the lovely Miss Felix is going to be with us in just a short bit, so don't worry. So yes, Dominic. Hello? Dominic? Hearing me? Hello?
Hello, Bruce.
Serious? No come. Hearing me better now? Or still real low?
I ain't any at all now.
What craziness going on here? Okay. Yeah. Anything now? Still low? I know what's going on there. Check. 1 2 1 2. Still hearing me low? I know what's taking place, what's going on there. And I am hearing you loud and clear when you speak. So let me take a call and see. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, Bruce, we ain't Dominic. But whenever he asks me, he's saying he ain't him, but we ain't him and we ain't you.
Okay.
Something is taking place, I don't know. Hey, Sina, morning, Sina, go ahead and cover letters. I say, let me know, wake you late, take a good rest. Take your morning sun rest. Anyway, love to everybody again. Bruce and Dominic, only get things in gear. Only wake up, Bruce and Dominic on the air. Sharon still taking she coffee.
Oh, gosh. Yes, Mr. Malo. So the numbers are 342-00814665391. Dominic, anything you want to get into at this time?
Where Miss Felix?
Well, I don't know. She actually, when I called her, she just got up. So I guess she's organizing, doing the lady stuff to come on. Sharon.
well, I saw people would have rained down fire and brimstone on Miss Vicky Prasad yesterday. And yeah, it seems that yesterday she was the trending topic. And well, if she wasn't known before, she's known now.
Oh yes.
And a lot of people took issue with what it is she had to say. But I was just looking at something. I would have listened to her entire 40-minute rant. When I first saw the clip, so I visited her page, and she said quite a bit. I think at one time yesterday she would have shut down her Facebook page, and then she put it back up, but she removed the posts. This rant that she did, but the damage has already been done, and I think the commissioner ought to look into that, because it reminds us of what would have happened sometime between 2010 and 2015. The young 15-year-old who went by the title Granny Keeler, when she would have had a few choice words to Kamala Prasad, and the police saw it fit to visit her and have a conversation, and she was made to apologize. So we'll have to be seen if it is they would be visiting Ms. Ramprasad to have a discussion with her, because she actually threatened physical violence, not just against the Prime Minister, but also the Minister of Health. So I think that warrants some sort of a conversation, because I saw people would have been putting on social media yesterday, if it was the United States, it would have been a different kettle of
yes.
fish.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She would have had Secret Service and FBI pounding down her door, perhaps even before that video went viral. She would have
You
had.
have to take threats like that serious, you know. That's nothing to take lightly, you know.
Exactly, because you see, it's not just simply what came out of her mouth and saying, well, okay, well, what could she do? Remember, there are people who listen to her because when she did that live, at one point in time, I heard her mention all 1,200 persons on the live. So she had at least 1,200 persons listening to her. She has a strong following from this group, trio.tt. And while I see people trying to distance themselves, some of the fact of the matter is that there are pictures on social media with her and Garth Christopher, with her and Saddam Hussein, with her and Anil Roberts. I didn't see any with her and anybody from the PNM. So we know there's no love, absolutely no love from the PNM for that individual. But if you all think she was bad, Joel D'Souza did one for 1 and 22 minutes. Okay. And my gosh. Oh my gosh. She didn't, well, I haven't listened to the entire thing yet, but just the first 15 minutes I've read so far, and the amount of venom that he, she, or it is spitting there, wow. I shudder to think what the rest of that live will contain, but I plan to listen to as much as I could until I can't take no more, but I feel I get into that point. But for those who are inclined to visit his or her page and who have the belly to listen, well, wow. And another front I'm seeing where Doma is complaining that, you know, the government hasn't consulted with businesses with respect to how the impact of the lockdown on their well-being, saying that nobody cares about them and so on. But at the end of the day, he also admitted, Gregory Abu, that is that they did not reach out to the government.
Okay.
So,
but I think I read something in one of the dailies concerning that. I think I read a headline. I'm trying to remember which one of the dailies that it was, that there was something concerning that. Okay, government business for key talks. The government will be holding a meeting with various business organizations to discuss COVID-19 related business concerns today. So I don't know if that is if that's related to that.
Probably.
I didn't go into the
because Aboud was saying businesses are continuing to take a financial hit. COVID-19 infections and deaths continue to climb. So said the president of Downtown Owners and Merchants Association, Gregory Aboud, yesterday again called on the government to discuss solutions and strategies with the business community as it relates to the management of the COVID-19 pandemic. Aboud expressed disappointment that the government had failed to consult with the business community. He said there have been zero consultations. Nobody is interested in hearing our point of view. No one is interested in discussing strategies. No one is interested in finding solutions that include the contribution of the business community in trying to liberate this country from the COVID pandemic. But when asked who from the government had rebuffed them, Aboud admitted that Doma had never reached out to the government because it did not feel it was Doma's place to do so. So whose place was it?
Well, look at this here now. I'm reading a paragraph now from that same story that I just... representatives of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Tobago Division, Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association, TTMA, the American Chamber of Commerce, Trinidad and Tobago, CHAM-TNT, Confederation of Regional Business Chambers, Downtown Owners and Merchants Association, DOMA, and Supermarket Association of Trinidad and Tobago, SATT, are to attend. So, I don't know.
So therefore, well, I don't know who would have been the initiator of that particular meeting, but I think it's incorrect for Mr. Aboud to claim that nobody cares and nobody is interested in their situation, because at the end of the day, their plight affects thousands of workers in this country. And while they may want to present a picture, not necessarily DOMA, but the opposition, that the government doesn't care about the economy and is to just shut down and shut down. I don't know how anybody could reasonably believe that that is what the government would want to do. Because for months, the Prime Minister has been begging people to behave, to do the right thing, to follow the protocols, so that we would not have ended up here. Because it's a headache for him.
Yeah.
A shutdown economy means less taxes, less revenue for the government at a time when they can ill afford to lose that revenue. And as I would have said before last week, there will be permanent casualties to the shutdown. There will be businesses that simply cannot survive and will go out of business. That's the unfortunate reality. And the persons who work for these businesses will have to try and find jobs, new jobs, sustainable jobs at a time when the economy will be in a recovery mode and those jobs simply will not exist. But on the flip side, if you look at what's happening in the United States right now, Bruce, they said that they have about 8 million jobs available and they can't find people to fill the jobs because between the unemployment relief checks that they have in the United States, that system, and the stimulus package that where they were giving people checks for $1,400, and then now they're giving families where children are receiving a check something like $300 a month or so. It's sufficient for some families to live quite comfortably, and so the people just don't want to work. So businesses are now pleading, begging, trying to get people to come to work, and they just can't find people.
Wow.
Yeah, just imagine that. 8 million jobs throughout the United States. And there are people in other countries who would be happy to do that work.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Americans don't want it. So when I read that, I found that to be amazing. But I saw something yesterday, Bruce, that I think I want to share. You ever heard of a Bayesian guy called Market Bender?
I heard that name before.
Yeah, well, yesterday or whenever, I think he decided to put in his 2 cents because he's a regional commentator. And he decided to put in his 2 cents with respect to what's happening in Trinidad. And he went so far as to advise the Prime Minister that he should call election, let the people decide.
Call election?
Yeah. I'm standing it for you now. And I think in the effrontery of this Bayesian, you know, he always has a comment to me. Let's see if I get here. I just found that he was fast and out of place to talk about how Dr. Rowley shut down the country and so. But I recall that when they were experiencing their at the height of the increase in their numbers, for a whole week, the economy was shut down, where banks were closed, they closed the markets, they closed groceries and so on. I don't recall seeing a live from him advising Mia Motley that what she was doing was wrong and that she should call an election and all of that. Everybody seems to want to jump on the bandwagon to beat down Keith Rowley. But I want to commend the Prime Minister for coming out yesterday and making the point of the impact that these vigils would have had in contributing to the current spread, because like nobody else in authority want to say it. It came from him. So, you get?
Yeah, no, looking to forward it.
Yeah, I just found he was fast and out of place. And then, you know, I listened to Kamala Prasad-Bissesa's contribution yesterday, as I said, or part of it anyway. And they continue to paint a picture as if Trinidad and Tobago is you know, that of all the countries in the world, that we are the worst placed, the worst hit, that other Caribbean countries are laughing at us because they're saying that, you know, their borders are open and they don't have the kind of numbers that we have in terms of deaths and the number of positive cases that we have. But apparently, she hasn't been observing what's taking place again in Jamaica. Jamaica is where we are today is where Jamaica was a few months ago.
Yeah.
And notwithstanding the fact that Jamaica has been able to bring down the number of daily infections from a high of 700 to 800 a day. Yesterday, I saw they were under 100. They still have not been able to get a handle on the number of deaths. Yesterday, there were 8 deaths in Jamaica, bringing the total so far to 925 persons dead in Jamaica, and Jamaica has been recording deaths every single day. Notwithstanding, and she talks about how all these other countries have received more vaccines than us. Jamaica has inoculated, the last figure I saw, a total of 135,000 persons have received single jab. But based on the site that I would have gone to do my research, the number of persons who are fully inoculated is 0. Right?
Okay.
So they would have given single shots to assist people. But Jamaica would have gotten to where they are now in terms of bringing down the number of daily infections, again, taking drastic and extreme measures, which included a state of emergency, which is still in force. And while yesterday, you would have had people like Anita Haynes and Rodney Charles and the MP for Kuvanot, Rudy Ndarsing, and even Prasad Bisesa, questioning why we need an extension of the SOE for 3 months. You had in Grenada, the parliament convening to extend their state of emergency till November. Grenada has 0 active cases, none. Their total case count since the start of the pandemic has been 161 cases, 1 death, and now there are 0 infections. But their government sees the wisdom in extending a state of emergency until November. You could imagine the riot if we were in their position. We had 0 cases here, and we had our government had decided to extend a state of emergency to November. Yeah, it might have burned down the Red House.
Yeah, like canal.
And you have a number of Caribbean countries that currently are under states of emergency. But again, this nasty, dirty opposition with nothing better to do will continue to paint a picture that if that things here are so bad. When Prasad Bisesa sent a letter to the Prime Minister of India talking about how the country has been ravaged by COVID, and at that time the numbers were not what it is now. So it just speaks to the fact that these people just can't help lying. But you're talking about we are willing and we are open to assisting the government. But not Terence Delson. Rudy Ndarsing put it correctly when he said the government does not want the help of the opposition. They don't. There's nothing of substance that they could offer. Several times yesterday in our contribution, Prasad Bisesa talk about where we have suggestions and we have suggestions of how to deal with it. Up to now, not one suggestion. All of you all got up on your feet to condemn the government and talk about how the government dropped the ball with vaccines and this and that, but not one suggestion. But you all have suggestions, right? And your suggestion is to complain, to hold a press conference every Sunday morning to talk about how it's so shameful that Trinidad and Tobago had to take vaccines from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, which was hard hit by the volcano. But if they have 16,000 vaccines that are due to expire at the end of next month, and based on their projections, they realize that people don't want it because they prefer to take the Russian Sputnik, which is not World Health Organization approved. But for some reason, people want to gravitate to that because I guess they have the concerns again about the AstraZeneca and the blood clotting issue. What is supposed to do with it? Just leave it and let it expire and throw it away when you have countries that could make use of it. I think 9,000 came in from Bermuda yesterday, so that makes us as 25,000. Now, given the short lifespan to the end of next month, I would imagine that all 25,000 of those doses will be given out as one shot. So at least there's another 25,000 people who will at least have one jab in their arm to give them some level of immunity. Because I would have read a story over the weekend about a guy who would have gotten it, and I think he works at TTT. When he was saying his family would have gotten at least one jab, and he believes that would have helped them to reduce the impact of COVID. But over the weekend, Bruce, I saw on social media there were a number of persons who had COVID, and they would have come out and shared their stories. And the one thing that I found interesting was that the most echoed sentiment among all the stories was that all of them said they wouldn't wish this thing on their worst enemy. Just to give an impression as to how bad and how severe it is. And there was one guy who did a video, and he was in the intensive care unit at Hoover. And he said something I found very interesting. He said he kept asking the nurses or one nurse in particular, if she thought that he was going to survive and if he would make it out of here. And he said, the nurse kept telling him, yeah, man, don't worry yourself, you will make it. I've seen people come in here who in worst situation and they walked out here, and he said, you know, he was thinking she just telling him that to keep him upbeat and to give him hope.
Yeah.
But he said there were times when he felt what this thing was doing to his body. He actually felt that it was ravaging his body from the inside, and he just wanted to give up. He was ready to die because he couldn't take it. He just didn't want to fight anymore because of how this thing had him feeling inside and what it was doing to him. And you know, while people were encouraging him to fight, he just wanted to give up. And I think perhaps that is the situation facing a lot of the people who might have had it as bad as he had it. Some people just decide to give up because the way they feel this thing. I mean, I don't know if you've ever had a really, really bad bout of the flu, Bruce.
Yeah.
But I remember one time when I had the flu, real bad. You know, roasting fever just to get off the bed. My lips was so blistered to the point of bleeding. That's the worst I ever got it. And if what I am hearing is that this thing is worse than that, I just don't know. It just mind blowing, and you still have people claiming that it's not real.
Yeah, I don't know where they're getting the information from.
Yeah.
But you see, the thing about it is, like I continue to say, okay, fine. You don't feel it real? Here we're real. You have something out there that getting people sick, and in some cases, killing people.
Yeah.
That is what is real. Right? If you don't want to believe that there is a COVID-19, believe that there is something out there getting people sick and killing some of them in some cases.
Yeah.
You understand? So that in itself should let you know that you need to protect yourself and follow the protocols to try and safeguard yourself and your family.
Yeah.
Simple.
But you know, some people, Bruce, you know, despite all that is happening and seeing the seriousness of the situation, right? And while the opposition will continue to try and beat down the Prime Minister and the government for, you know, chastising citizens to some extent for the complacency which would be responsible for us being where we are now. I saw a video yesterday, Bruce, with a maxi, a green band maxi, right? Now, the public health protocols right now dictates, I think the maxi is supposed to be operating at 50% capacity or something like that, right?
Yes.
This driver insists that he must fill his maxi. And a passenger or a potential passenger decided that she's not going to proceed with him because he insists that the maxi must fill his maxi. And so she came out and she decided to record it. And she's telling him, but the law says that you're supposed to operate at 50%. And he telling her, my maxi license to hold 14 people. So 14 people it is. Right? I paid my insurance for 14 people. And what's worse is that while she is there trying to pull him up, you have people going into the maxi.
No, that is my problem right there. That is the problem right there. Because he can have that dotish mentality all he wants. But you as the passenger now, you need to be mindful and safeguard yourself. If you realize that, wait now, it's full this man full in this maxi, it is your right to get up and get out. But people not doing that.
That's the thing.
People not doing it. And then,
so they're enabling his foolishness because that could be his mindset and what he wants to do. But if as a passenger you are concerned for your health and you say, you know what, I'm not going in that maxi, then he can't do what it is he wants to do. But you so want to get home or get to wherever it is that you're going, you know what the hell with that? I will take a chance because I'm wearing my mask and I sanitize. And then when you get it, where I get this thing from, boy?
Yeah.
I was following the precautions. I don't understand. Think back to when you decided to encourage and enable this fool to go into his maxi to fill it up because he greedy and because he paying insurance for 14.
And that is the thing. What plenty of them being how should I say? They being ignorant to the fact that this public health ordinance, this public health law that has been put in place because of the pandemic, That trumps everything. It trumps everything. So all the you paying insurance for 14 people, and you have to have 14 people and all the set of strippiness you want to get on with. You could get a nice little fine.
Yeah.
You could get a nice little fine. You see too, like how Citygate's set up in particular. Like if they are the drivers and I have to, and unfortunately I have to say passengers that don't want to follow the protocols. Just as you're coming out of Citygate, there should be some police right there just, good afternoon everybody, we just checking to make sure everybody following up everything, And when they find that you ain't following up everything, you're making them refund the passengers and put out everybody. And give you a fine. So now the passengers that had to walk back to the loading park now. Everybody gonna be grumpy, all who go be cussing, the police they're wicked.
Yeah.
Understand? But I bet you, when they sit down in a maxi again and they realize, but wait now, this man trying to fool the maxi, I bet you they say something this time.
Yeah.
Simple things.
That's why you find them too.
Simple things is fix the trainees, Simple things is fix us trainees. Simple things, Simple thing. If we can get away with something, Dominic, we go try to get away with it. But as you see, we realize, hey boy, consequences, boy, we had to pay.
Yeah.
I ain't going through that again. One time, use the baddest man in the maxi driver, I ain't understand what's going on now. It's 50 people who live on the inside of here. As you start opening your mouth, everything will change,
Yep.
Everything.
And some of them will tell you, welcome out the maxi.
Hey, no problem, brother.
No problem.
It means see nothing wrong with that. I will get next maxi, but bet your bottom dollar mark in here, because at the end of the day, I will never travel with you again.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
But meanwhile, Chinese very good with memes, right? So I saw one, the COVID Passover. So if you want Corona to bypass your house, you need to get one branch of Balize and nail it over your door. Apparently, COVID-19 that killed people.
Hey. I don't know.
So for the Malaysia, COVID-19 will pass your house straight.
Hey boy. But I like that Vicky individual, I think she is for me, she has been the most disgusting thus far. I have friends. I have friends that are not PNM affiliated or associated, and they have a serious problem with what she did.
Yeah.
Serious problem with what she did. And this is the thing. They I don't know if it is to say that they're not thinking, they're just dumb. I don't know what to say. Because you're doing more harm than good when you do things like that. And what you're trying to do? Score cheap points? It don't make. Let me take a call there, Dominic. It ain't making much sense. 3420081466539. Those are the numbers. Give us a call. We're live in studio. Caller, good morning.
Hey, morning, Bruce, brother.
Hey, morning.
And morning, Dominic, boy. Bruce is race.
Morning, sir.
Afternoon, stupidity is hate and race. So, and it's a sad reality because, Bruce, how we grew up, schools we went to, we have friends on all divides.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I'm truthful. Indian people I grew up, they show me love. Right? And I grew up in a very plural community, which is St. James and Woodbrook. But if you see, when you hate, for the type of people that just don't accept and Dr. Rowley as Prime Minister because of race. And every time you think that again, better they're going deeper into more hate. That girl working along Circular Mall, who the former Attorney General sent behind with the C comments against
Mrs.
Bicester when she was Prime Minister. And I'm going to tell you, that girl was never the same again, you know, because remember the Attorney General, they came for, police came for. And she had to apologize. That psychologically, you know, disrupted our young lady. So these things will continue as long as the police service allow it to continue. We have a cybercrime unit. You can't threaten physical assault to a leader of a country. That is a serious crime. So I don't know how long special branch or the commissioner will send people because they lock up Doughty. They went and lock up Doughty was the prominent pastor. It had a person in another land when Barack Obama came into power, made some threats in Europe, some racial threats against him, Bruce. And here what's going on. They send him back a message. You will never in your lifetime enter the states of the country of America ever in life. That is how serious that is. The person wasn't in the state of America, you know. The person was abroad when they made the threats towards Barack Obama, racial threats. And they told him, you will never ever, as long as you live, enter America. So if we don't nip them things in the bud, in Trinidad and Tobago, we allow things to slide. Everybody talk and bicker. Certain people could say what they want and get what they want. And certain people, I said, I know the girl from Cookery to make the statement, and I told her she was never the same because, remember, she was a teenager at that time, and the whole country radar in her, and the Attorney General shocked with police service at her. So she was never the same again psychologically. She worked along circle them all. So what I'm saying, what good for one, good for all, and that is why this country cannot grow. That nastiness, and it's going on with Philip, is this one, is that one. When it goes stop? Dominic, before you go, so America turning to a welfare state, boy, Dominic, boy. It has some people in Trinidad going to love that, you know, because we don't go to a welfare state, because there's preach that every day on the radio. Well, boy, fellas, well, I listen, Sharon, rock and come in again, it's taking too long. All right, fellas, take care.
Yeah, man, cool.
Was the Amma video there?
Yep. You ready to release?
Yeah.
Yes, it's the market vendor here again today. Now listen, Trinidad and Tobago, boy, let me tell you something. God, they're like a powder cake. That place look like some place are about to blow at any time at all. Because somehow, Dr. Rowley and he people, like, they cannot get a handle on things, you know, and when you can't get a handle on things, it means that you're really incompetent to deal with the matters at hand. Now, I'd like to give a fella a chance, and if I was a voter in Trinidad and Tobago, you might get my vote too as well. But I've got to tell you, Keith, you're disappointing me, huh? And then your national security ministers, oh Lord, it seems like, you know, that them is bad at the same standpipe. I hear the fellow who's the new fella, I hear he say that Trinidad and Tobago got about 15 beaches, you know, that unprotected with the migrants is coming, the undocumented is coming. And I scratch my head, I said, but if you know that, why you ain't doing something about that? If your borders close, the airport can't open up for normal commercial flights. People can't come in. You got Trimbegonians all over the world that can't get back home. If you know all of that, huh? And you know at the same time that you got borders that somehow unprotected and that the Venice and others might be sneaking through. But it means that if you know about it, you should do something about it, ain't it? And if you got 15 beaches, as was stated a couple of weeks ago, where people are habitually coming in, you know it and you ain't doing nothing about it. But you know what, Market? What else is coming in? Because the same way people could come in, you know, they could bring in the guns, they could be bringing in the drugs, it could be human trafficking, all kinds of nefarious activities could be going on out there on the beaches. Why you ain't got a iron ring around it, blockading it? Waiting pan. I was only a market vendor. And then I see some video, oh my goodness gracious, people in the corridors, people on the ground, in some of the health institutions in the country. It's terrible. And people dying and the numbers rising. Look, If you can't handle the thing, you got to hand it over to somebody and let them handle it. You understand? If you're sure that you can handle the thing, and so far the jury seems to be very clear, it is almost unanimous that you can't handle it, then left for all the long talk, because I noticed now you're getting into some robust language, some Trump-like language, and using the other word for the donkey that start with a jack, and you know, or lost, and don't jack so-and-so the place, I can't believe I hear that there from the Prime Minister Trinidad to make a robust language, unparliamentary language. Well, lost, what going on though? Fellas feeling the pressure, boy. As my trading friends will say, market, pressure, boy, pressure. But this is a laughing matter. You got people that live in little apartments, in little tiny houses. You tell them they can't go outside, they can't exercise, they can't go to the beach, you can't do this, you can't do that. All you know is where you can't. What can you do? And what are you, the people in charge, doing? Look, let me tell you something. When people go lock up and they can't get out and they can't express themselves, and Trinidad people that want, like to get tied down so. And if you keep them people tied down so for long, them guys start to revolt, they're going to turn on you. If they ain't turned already. I believe they did already, you know. You understand? Look, the only thing left for you to do is step aside, call a government of national unity, can you try and get some help from the other side, and sit down and see if you can sort out things. And then, at the earliest opportunity, call an election and let the people decide. Now, you can't hold an election right now. We understand that. That can be difficult to do with the COVID and the numbers and things. That they can't work. But you need a better solution to what you got right now, because things ain't working. No. Let me tell you something. Try and get them vaccines in people's arms. Hear what I'm telling you? Try and get the people vaccinated and try and find some solutions to the problems that we're facing. But I can't go on like this. For nearly 2 years, people can't get back home. The lockout of the one country. I was only a market vendor, and I'm in my business, so I'm gone for now. But you have a blessed and a wonderful day.
Mr. Dominic Romain.
Yes, sir.
So let me see if I can I am saying if to call it 2-piece or I don't know 2 cents, 2-piece, to whatever. You can't come to tell me that the government don't have a handle on the situation and then turn now to say that the people can't go outside, they can't exercise, they can't go by the beach, they can't do this and they cannot do and they can't do the other. It got out of hand when all these things were available to the general public. So in order to get it back in hand and under control, these things needed to be taken away.
Yes.
So what is you really saying? You know, don't make me like you real good to it though. To listen to these people, I gotta give you some props to them, because I ain't lying to tell you. I wanted us to take off that after the first couple of seconds, me lying to tell you. Because the thing about it is, each one of these people that we hear speaking against the government, everybody's saying the same thing, which then tells me you'll have nothing to say. Up to now, I'm waiting for a solution.
That's the one thing we're not getting.
Let me tell you something.
All we get is criticism.
In a relationship, right? This is me personally. Whenever the teeth and the tongue clash, I just stop and say, hey, oh, we know all were wrong, we know all were bad, we know all what we vexed for, right? Right. So here why will you tell me now? I listen to you. What is the solution? How we fixing this? That is what I want to hear. I want to hear no more about this and that and the other, and I did this and it, oh, there, really, and you see all of that talk, me, I just can't take that. Tell me, babes, here what's going on. I think if we try this, or if we do this, or if we play it so, or we fix it so, we might get a better, outcome. And things will be a little better and we could go forward. But everybody coming to talk about, oh, Dr. Rowley this one that, the next one the other. And nobody insane. Well, here all going on, Doc, we have a little solution here. We know if you want to try this or you think about this solution and this is what it is and yada yada. If you lay it out in a little letter or something and you say, well, all right, this is what we present, and everybody have an issue with what's going on. Nobody have a solution to fix what's going on. The entire world is not no Trinidad and Tobago thing. The entire world feeling the effects of this pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
The economic world in a mess from this pandemic is not just Trinidad and Tobago. The industries where you find there is maximum gathering taking a solid hit from this thing from since last year to now.
Mm-hmm.
All people will say, oh, all they want to study is party. No. What about the little churches? What about the conferences that churches keep? The little how you call it, boy? Under the tent, I just call it.
The crusades?
The little crusades and the tent crusades and them. What about the functions that keep? Look, it's 2 Mother's Day. Nothing in do spectacular to say, well, on the entertainment side of things.
Yeah.
This thing is not just affecting us, and then for that clown to come out the other day to talk about is only UNC people dying. What's tripping is you? So all of a sudden, COVID-19 coming and say, hey, no boy, that is Dominic, Romain, and Bruce Wayne. They know them is PNN. Now let me go so.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Is either that or the only people who went to Tobago for Easter were UNC supporters?
But Dominic, everybody keep talking about Easter weekend. Wasn't Pagua Easter weekend as well? Somebody help me out now. We didn't have Pagua. Pagua wasn't Easter weekend. That wasn't celebrated Easter weekend. Only help me out. If I'm wrong, somebody tell me, Bruce, you're wrong or no? If I stand to be corrected, let me know. But I reach my fed up points. I fed up. Give me some solutions now.
If the opposition was really and truly interested in helping and working with the government to deal with COVID, yesterday was an ideal opportunity in the parliament. They should have just come there and you also have the answers, you have the solutions. You want to demonstrate that if we were in office, if we were the government, this wouldn't happen. Every one of them should have just stand up and just give all the solutions, all the suggestions. Then people would have listened, because people were listening yesterday. Can't tell you, Facebook was on fire with commentary with respect to the contributions of the members of the opposition. So, people were listening. People were well, they're making sense. Okay, that's sounding good. Maybe the government should take that on board. But every one of you get up to repeat the same thing. How did we get from Oxford #1 to where we are today? Trying to say it in a different way because they know they're not supposed to be repeating the same points over and over because the speaker will get up and rough them up. So all of them trying the same thing. Oh, we were #1 last year, and we were #1, and how we get here, and the question is how we get here. Of what importance is that anyway? The fact is we are where we are, and if it is that you all want to advance all the different reasons to say it's the government fault and Rowley, everything is Rowley. So Rowley tell 50,000 people go to Tobago. But it's the same Rowley tell 1 million voters to vote for the PNM. Did 1 million people vote for the PNM? No, they didn't. So we're selective in what we listen to from Dr. Rowley and what we obey. But they're not serious because you cannot tell me that you're interested in helping the government and you're singing that song every day. But then you're going to do research and dig up to see, well, right, this is why it's the government fault, and this is why the government dropped the ball on vaccine, and there were 351,000 vaccines available and 1 million vaccines to the private sector. But up to now, 2 months later, the private sector still can't produce a letter saying who they're going to buy the vaccines from, what they're going to pay for it, and so on. Nobody's stopping you. If it is you want to bring in the vaccines to vaccinate your people, no problem. The government is simply saying, provide us with the information that we need to make sure that the vaccines that you're bringing in here is not bogus stuff. Because at the end of the day, we will get blamed for giving you the license to bring it in to poison people.
That's right.
But they're not talking about that. I keep singing this song, 351,000 vaccines. And some call this and the Supermarket Association that, fine, if you want to come and talk about 351,000 vaccines, so say that they had that available, Pfizer vaccine, whatever, that would have inoculated 175,000 people, which would bring us right now to about 200 and something people vaccinated.
Yeah.
You would have still had over 1 million citizens of this country not vaccinated. What difference? How much of a difference would that have made? Seriously. And they have their followers who pushing this. And you have this fool, this bald-head moron, every morning. And he's small pin. I don't know what obsession he has with Stuart Young genitals. Maybe trying to tell us something subliminally. I don't know. It's Stuart Small Pin Young and Small Pin and Small. Every day that's all he's talking about. Since when? And then when you come with your Douglaya politics and pushing a set of propaganda, and you have people jumping on that bandwagon and yes, tell them, Anil, tell them, give it to them.
The thing about it is all of them grasping at straws, you know. And straws in the wind. Because it have nothing, they have no relevance. So the thing about it now is to just try to disrupt the damn country. They have no relevance whatsoever. What is relevant about the opposition right now? What? Somebody tell me what? What relevant? Only help, only assisting the government in any which way to safeguard the people of the nation? No. You have people coming and talking about a set of disrespectful things and a set of hate. Only hate.
That's all you get.
Only hate. Only hate. Look, Dominic.
Look, Vandana, you come Sunday morning to hold up photocopies of 2 checks and say, look here. You see, we didn't know that NAMDEPCO was giving out checks. We were led to believe that all they were giving out is the food hampers and so on. 1 check for 900 and something and 3 checks. Only to find out these were wages that were paid to the people who assisted in putting the packages together. Now that you've been exposed, you come out to say, well, okay, I apologize, you didn't. Nothing. Again, same thing with the vaccine stolen from Cuba. Come out there, put it in the public domain so that the illiterati could lap it up and run and spread it. And then you retreat to whatever hole, the UNC hole, wherever it is. And leave that there. On to the next conspiracy theory.
Folks, we're getting ready to play a music video by Charles Marshall. And guys, when we come back from the break, we're going to open up the lines to take your calls. We want to hear from you, so the lines will be open when we come back, and we'll be taking your calls. And we ask that you keep it short and sweet so that everybody will have a chance to give their contribution. Right, so keep it locked. We'll be right back.
I sent you the Maxi video in Messenger, so you can.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so guys, we'll be right back. Keep it locked.
Like to party too. Them are so happy them. Up to mix so party too. Them are so happy them. If you feel like you can't get through, hey, all the vex and war hate you. Yo, boop, and away we go. Time to kick off the greatest show. Tell me where we go. Can't just wait for anything like could be rain or snow. That could never stop what we do. Pull it up again. Me and my friends, we going up till the end. We going. Hey, Jack Power, them calling way. Hey, 24 hours in one day. We going. When we touch down, 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 down in the take girl. So when we touch down, 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 down in the street, girl touch from everything complete. Touch down, 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 down in the mass and girl them shaking it up. Time to kick off the greatest show. Anywhere we go, girl just wine on the thing like whoa. Could be rain or snow, that could never stop what we do. Pull it up again, me and my friends, let me go. We going all day. Jack power them calling way. Going all day. 24 hours in one day. We going all day. Jack power them calling way. Down in the sex, down in the sex, down, 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 down. So when we touch down, down, down. Hey, what can I bubble like? When we touch down, 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 down. When we touch down, 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 down in the street, girl plus one. When we touch down, 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 down in the
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
There were other avenues to acquire a home mortgage-wise, but it just didn't work out. TTMF did it for me. But a lot of people scared because they think it's a lot of red tape, but TTMF didn't show that to me. It was very easy with all the communication and all the information they provided was very easy. I was so happy. I was happy to enter my home. Elated.
At TTMF, we're not just a mortgage company. We are your mortgage partner. TTMF, from here to home.
More to love, yes it's true. Pennywise, just for you. So real, get that perfect smile. Beauty's in every aisle to take care of your body. We have all you need to stay healthy. Yeah, more to love, yes it's true. Pennywise, just for you.
Pennywise gives you more to love.
Crosscutter Supermarket is giving away 500 Mother's Day cakes to 500 Supermoms this Mother's Day. Just fill out the entry forms and drop them off in the box at Crosscutters to give your mom the chance to win her very own Mother's Day cake from the supermarket that's always there for you with affordable prices. Happy Mother's Day from the management and staff of Crosscutters nationwide.
Nikki, you're looking good.
Thanks. I started running around the savannah.
No. I talking about the view on your TV.
Well, I got a total entertainment makeover from DirecTV. I dress up the living room with big savings, easy installation, and new features. Wait, I'm not looking good too?
Of course, but you could step aside. You're blocking the TV.
Switch to new style of TV with DirecTV. Enjoy quick installation, great packages, fantastic channels, and more. You're looking good with DirecTV. Call 877-4388 to sign up today.
For some, today is just another routine 24 hours. To others, today is first page in tomorrow's story. It's the audition for tomorrow's performance. It's the spark that ignites tomorrow's change. The perseverance for tomorrow's breakthrough. The first like of tomorrow's big hit. Never take your today for granted. When life is on, those who truly believe in the power of today can become anything tomorrow.
Be mobile. Just be.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in San Luis Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sundays, Ministry of Worship, Children's Hour, and the Word from 1 to 6 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective, from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
We care for your eyes. That's why Value Optical recommends world-leading transitions lenses that protect your eyes from blue light and 100% of UV rays. They automatically adapt to changing light conditions, making life simpler and more comfortable for your eyes every day. Now available in 4 new style colors for you to personalize any frame and express your style. Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division? Yes, sir. I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries. Excuse me, sir? Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488? Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries. So I could buy a battery for $488? Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive. Which part? Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arabita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 60 Tools. Alright, thanks, boss. Nah, man. Ronnie, do you have $488 to lend, man?
Now there's a new way to pay your electricity bill.
Quick pay your bills today. Quick pay, it's a whole new way. Online, pay your bill one time. Yes, there is a whole new way to quick pay for your electricity. Yes, they made it easy. Just enter your account number. 4 clicks and it's over.
Introducing Quick Pay, a new service from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission that lets you pay your bill online with your credit or Visa debit chip card. Just enter the account number and contact information. Click Pay and you're done.
Share the line. Share the line. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the line. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the line. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the line. The Street 919 FM.
This is the Street 919 FM COVID-19 updates. In case you missed it, the latest COVID positive cases in TNT as of 24th May 2021 stands at new positive cases 250. Total active cases 8,150. Total recovered patients 11,727. Total positive cases for COVID-19 as of March 2020 to present 20,267. Follow the Ministry of Health COVID-19 protocols. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance, and avoid gatherings. A message from the Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
So welcome back on the inside. Just a bit of housekeeping for you. Digicel gives you more ways to keep safe and stay connected. Top up your mobile account by using your chip debit card in the My Digicel app. Scotiabank, Scotia Mobile Banking, yes, at the cashier at supermarkets or visiting Digicel digicel.tt.com. Stay safe, be strong, brighter days are ahead. Digicel, better together. Attention HDC clients, if you make monthly payments directly to HDC, you are reminded that you can make payments at any SurePay payment center located at select Massey stores. Do a wire transfer to Republic Bank account number 150-228-173-001 or deposit a check in the box located at the HDC head office. For more information, visit us on Facebook, Instagram, or our website at www.hdc.gov.tt. Value Optical wishes to advise the public that at this time, 6 branches remain open to continue to provide essential eye care services to you. Some of our branches, however, will be closed for the first instance. Our services are currently limited to emergency and critical eye care only, and we will require you to make an appointment at this time. Please call us at 225-4865 or toll-free 800-2020 for all inquiries on how we can assist with your eye care needs. Value Optical, caring for your eyes. Locked down with your loved ones, stay safe with easy ways to connect with B-Mobile. Our customer experience stores at Lowlands Scarborough Payment Center and channel partner locations are open to better serve you. For a complete listing of all stores and their opening hours, visit bmobile.co.tt. Be assured that we maintain all recommended health and safety protocols at our stores. We are doing everything to help keep our customers and employees safe. We've also made it easier for you to stay at home and still connect with us. Use Be Online, the My Be Mobile app, or call 824-TSCT to pay your bills and more. Together, let's be safe and be connected with Be Mobile. Life is on. Johnny Q for all your hardware, building materials, auto parts, tool rentals, pet and pet supplies. Gravel and sand now available. Don't forget PowerMaster, Optima Vata and Megastar batteries starting from $488 at Johnny Q, number 15, R. Peter Avenue, Woodbrook, and our new location, Lowlands Mall, Tobago, off Claude Noel Highway. Just call 63 Tools. Get ready to breakfast set go with Milo. Purchase $40 in Milo powder and win a laptop and $10,000 cash. Plus win up to $3,000 weekly and so much more. See Press and Milo Caribbean on Facebook and Instagram for more details. Yes, it's true. Pennywise, just for you, so real. Get that perfect smile. Beauty is in every aisle. To take care of your body, we have all you need to stay healthy. Pennywise, yes, it's true. Pennywise, just for you. Pennywise gives you more to love. And international cricket superstars Karen Pollard, Dwayne Bravo, Linda Simmons and Riyad Emirates, even Raymond Ramnarayan and Ravi B, has all been using Omega XL for joint pain and getting great results. So what about you? Just pick up a bottle of Omega XL right now at all leading pharmacies or call Great Health Limited at 225-0410. So live long and stay strong with Omega XL. So as I said before, we'll be opening up the lines for you. Dominic, I saw the video, but I can't get it. I can't get it to move from in Messenger. But I need to get that to the. I will figure out how to get. Probably I'll have to open Facebook on my laptop in order to get it. Yeah.
Okay.
So guys, we're gonna take your calls 342-0081, 466-5391, and remember, please, to keep it short so that everybody will have a chance to get in. Caller, good morning.
Good morning. How are you all? Sharon morning, everybody else morning.
Morning, mother. Morning.
Bruce and Dominic, I hear comments there. Really, they say a woman does make comments. I heard a voice the other day was saying to Dr. Rowley and taking the government in Trinidad and taking care of the ladies in Trinidad and how they're dying and men killing them and all of that. But when Dr. Rowley had advised them to be careful who you take in your house or take into your bedroom, they march and do and say all things. The woman didn't say anything about that, you know. All she was talking about is people dying and all of that. So like the one we're talking this morning, real comments. Only woman does make comments, though. Okay. And Bruce.
Oi.
Bruce.
Yes, mother.
Yeah, you know what I heard over the news, foreign news, that sometime why the people not going back to work. Some of them want to stay home to take care of their children, and they're scared of going out to catch COVID.
Okay.
That is an added one to it too. And I want to tell Manu, you see, when this program finish, write down all the names of the ladies who you have to tell morning and happy birthday, so when you come here, forget anybody. Okay. I'll take care. Bye.
Yes,
Well comments woman, and them would have taught them something then. Bye.
Caller, good morning.
Good.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Dominic.
Morning.
Good morning. Bonjour, Sharon. Good morning. Bruce.
Oi.
Well, I really wasn't wrong yesterday. I went to see about my personal business. But first, Dominic, you will guide me. This lady who wants us, what you want to do, smash Dr. Oli's face and all this thing, this dramatism. That's not the same trio, TT, Dominic, am I right or wrong? With some other Negro guy used to be with a thing, it is a leg, something with someone. They're not the same person?
Yes.
All right, good. Miss Lady, I want to tell you, you could come, Karnak, and smash up my face, because I'm not lying to tell you. So get up Keith Rowley to smash up Keith Rowley's face. I know how you go make it in Karnak. Advice. Dominic, this dirty thing was coming out from this woman about Keith Christopher Rowley. Dominic, I am asking and Bruce, and I'm asking the people Trinidad and Tobago, let's stop this racing, please. I am begging you all, let's stop it. We all belong to Trinbago. If you cut me or I cut you, we have the same color blood. Stop it, please. Stop it. It's not good. This kind of dirty thing you saying about my member of parliament for Diego Martin West. Stop it. Madam, I am asking you, stop it. Dominic, I tell people around Christopher Rowley years. He was not even up the prime minister. Years. And I remember all the good things. I learned a lot from Dr. Rowley, honestly. And I just always say, I see tears came from Christopher Rowley's eyes once, is when his mother passed away. And I know she will continue to guide her son and take good care and look over her son when the day comes. Dominic and Bruce, all that hurting me. This racing has to stop. It's not good at all. She doesn't even know. And here the kind of area she call it B-Toms, Bova, Lava, until Steelot. You hear? Dominic, you as a man doesn't forget nothing. Wasn't in Central this thing has started? Am I right or wrong, Bruce?
The spike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so then apparently my prime minister, my member of parliament went down there and give it to them. Oh, Lord Jesus, it's only God and God knows. I'm telling you, but I'm asking Madam, all the other stop this thing. And you see the Bajan man, Bruce and when they before come out, I don't want to tell you, I can't say on here what you really want. You understand it? They go lock me up. You understand me? I gone.
Folks, we're going to our financial tip. We'll be right back.
The Street 91.9 FM brings you today's tips to improve your financial literacy. Improving your financial literacy is a never-ending endeavor that needs to be prioritized. As you work on improving your financial literacy, it's important to continue your momentum. Here are your tips. Pay attention to your fees. Understanding the fee structure and the amount you have been paying on a monthly or even annual basis in regards to fees associated with financial services is extremely important. Account service fees, annual financial planning service fees, investment account management fees, you name it. If you haven't reviewed and audited your fees yet, I recommend that you sit down and make this a priority. That was your financial tip brought to you by the Street 91.9 FM.
Yes, so welcome back as we continue to take your calls. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Morning, Dominic. This is Vicky Variant.
Hey.
Yeah, I hear they was talking about on the paper, and Alexander was saying the police will have to do what they have to do.
Yeah, I was just watching that video clip.
Yeah, so they'll do what they have to do. So I just watching something when she's saying she's not apologizing. So
really,
yeah,
well,
I just watching it there.
Well, then she didn't need to take down the She didn't need to
the post.
The post on them. Yeah, she could leave up the post if she not apologizing.
I probably will take it and send it to you. You'll get it.
All right, no problem.
All right, cool.
Yeah, man. Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Bruce. Morning, Dominic.
Hey, morning.
How are you all doing? I listen to the program, and it's so sad because I heard the ladies rant. And it's one of the things I want people to tell people that I heard the previous calling lady from Carenage spoke about the question of, she put it in simplistic form, stop it. Those people won't stop it. You know, when you have Kamal Prasad in the leadership position where, you know, the race jargon, and it came out of during the People's Partnership time where they interfering with one of us, all these statements coming from leaders. And that is why my contribution will always circle around the level of leadership and the amount of people in the society that would vote enough where it will debar people like Kamala Prasad and the ranks of the woman and the cohorts. Dominic, you talk about almost 1,200 or 12,000 people following her. And it's just a case of when you can't get it correct in the normal process, be it voting and so on, then you disregard everything else and you get embarrassment going. Now, one of the things that could be the downside is if we have laws to deal with somebody like that. The other thing, too, I know Dominic and Bruce, you all would pay attention to things on social media in the American style, where they would have on one side, people like Tanya, TKO, and these people will put this speak on one side, and then they'll break it down for the right-thinking citizens to understand the foolishness that in the circle out there of information, you know, telling people, irrespective of good leadership and guidance to how we should cover COVID-19. So I think, you know, it's sad, but I will not give her any level of credibility by speaking about her to this extent. What I know is that when I look in the parliament yesterday, I saw Dr. Rowley's response in relation to the SOE, and you think about how they use the standing orders, and then use it loosely to tell Saddam Hussein to stick to the point. These are the things, to me, I'm focusing on, and not the rant of an East Indian woman who is hurtful that a leader could only reach the point of proxy. And that's the problem in our society today. So that's good programming, but a lot to take in these days with people who are disappointed that they can't win an election. All the best, bro.
Yeah, man. Thanks. So I see our sister is Sister not senior.
Well, boy, I don't know what's going on with this business. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Dominic. Good morning. Okay, I get up. Yesterday I had a hectic day. Hectic day. But I'm here.
Nice.
So.
Dominic. Look, Sharon.
I've seen the old what we used to do when TTD sign off years ago.
Boy, I tried to get on to the thing. I don't know what. Yeah, man. I just started telling this children, don't interfere with my things. Yesterday, the grand, everybody was here doing this stuff. You know, we just do our thing. I don't know what's going on here. The call trends. Well, we here, what you ain't seen me today, well, you know. Yeah, about to see me today, and I will dress up my face, you know.
Well, no, selfie want to see you.
I went in the bathroom and I put on a new face. Oh, God. So, good morning to all of viewers and listeners. Good morning to everybody, guys. Oh, my gosh. I'm sleeping and I'm dreaming the show. I started to talk to myself in the dream. All kind of thing. What were they talking about?
Yeah.
I know it late, but I'm still talking.
The nonsense.
What are they talking about, Parliament?
The nonsense that these people. Well, actually, I was waiting for you with that, you know.
But I tell Dominic that I don't want to Dominic. Dominic, what is wrong?
Yeah, well, I touched on it a little bit with Karen, David Lee.
They're sick, Nana. And then they're talking about the borders and bringing in migrants. And I wanted to ask, I wish I could have talked to Parliament by later on. Because I wanted to ask, do you have any, let's call it again, trafficking, human trafficking, anybody know anything about that? I wanted to ask that question. I know the speaker might have thrown me out in the thing. You hear that? Yeah. These people good, yeah? We in a pandemic, or they're going to Parliament to debate a particular. You're going all over the place. I don't want to hear. But what you do when and when you didn't do it then, we need to put our hands together to fight to flatten this virus. And you're still trying to condemn, all the conversation I hear from everybody who spoke yesterday on the opposition side. I heard nobody saying to the population, let us follow the protocols, wear your mask, sanitize, wash your hands, stay inside, no congregating, and people take the vaccine so we can lower the volume of cases. Yesterday was 200 and something, but 15 dead. I ain't hear nothing like that. Only, blame Rowley. Everything is on the backs of Rowley, and that's all you're hearing. But they ain't saying that they were fighting against this in the early stages, even up to today. Just because the PNM is in office, the PNM government, right? The government for Trinidad and Tobago is in office, one. Secondly, the Prime Minister and his cabinet and the government is trying to make sure that we stay safe. They ain't telling the people nothing about that. But they come to tell the people about rhetoric and vaccine and who I take the vaccine and this and that and the vaccine but all this still telling people to take the vaccine. We call it making bacchanal and telling people, but I want to tell you, plenty of the people taking it. The calls are numerous. So all this down there. I tell you, it looks to me, bamboo, some of we had to go and get it, and all them people going and take it. So they go ahead. But Dominic, I want to change nothing. I just jump in, I wash my foot, nothing. Listen, this one that place she cussing Dr. Roland, she want to cuff Terrence DLC in the mouth and take out the teeth. What she say?
Yeah, crazy lady.
Dominic, unmute yourself, boy.
Crazy lady.
Well, I want to tell her, when you're ready, come and cuff him. I know Dr. Rowley constituents capable and able and waiting for you. So if you feel you're so bold and I dare you, what's your name? Vicky Rampersad? That's her name? I dare Vicky Rampersad. Come and cuff Terrence. We have some, them women and them waiting to you. Come and cuff. And you know what is amazing? I just jumped in, bear with me. You know when, hold on. Go ahead.
Who she you're telling we go ahead or who you telling go ahead? She muted or Sharon. You're on the right track. That's exactly what we was discussing. Where you going? Yeah.
She's supposed to be telling us to go ahead.
No, listen, I was talking to my technician to get in my computer to fix the video so they could see me. You see, them getting everything. Right.
You're on the right track, man.
On the right track?
Yeah, you're on the right track.
I realized I was on the obedience structure trying to come up. Listen, I'm waiting for her, and I want to tell her where to find him. call and make an appointment. No, you don't need to make the appointment. Come and stand up, come across the bus street in Mount Lambert and stand up and wait right there. And you come. Come and cuff him. I'm waiting for you. I alone is the battalion. Come and cuff him. Because you imagine, they gave you an exercise to do and you know how to do it. I didn't know it had a female Kingsley, you know. I never know it had a female Kingsley. I thought we had one Kingsley alone. I never know it had a female Kingsley.
Oh, good.
So, I'm nothing to say.
Well, you see, sir, Inspector Alexander already said that if that be the case, the police will have to,
Yes.
Because
when we went to he and the young girl, let's say what she said. Dominic, only remember that?
Yeah, grand.
They found her and they went after her. She had to apologize. But I'm waiting for Vicky. Bring him an apology. You'll pay for your mouth. You're fast and out of place. I was to do a life to deal with her, but only know what I was doing here. Very important. Making sure the people in town here and some of the little ladies get some hampers and some food stuff. I ain't do that. That's me. Fast. Yes. So, I say my piece. That was on the stomach. Hi.
So we open back up the lines.
I define the MP too, Remember she wanna knock out Terrence. Someone is tweeting Terrence.
That's what they're telling her with the first tell her come. But when you go live after, I'm going to do a live and send her a message and tell her how to find him. Let her come. Something wrong with these people,
Yeah.
But I was telling Bruce about the one that was done by Joel D'Souza. I understand he or she is going to do a live tonight because they want to comment on what happened in the parliament yesterday. But again, listening to Kamala Prasad yesterday, going back to January of 2020 when the opposition tried to raise this matter of COVID in the parliament. But you raised it under the wrong standing order. As a seasoned parliamentarian with almost 30 years in the parliament, you don't know which standing order qualifies to raise what? Is your audacity to bring that up yesterday?
Listen, they know how to make plenty bacchanal, but they don't know how to do the right thing. What happened to you? What happened to Facebook? Facebook gone down or what?
What? What are you telling me?
Well, I don't know if it's me.
Don't make that bad joke.
I've seen the live videos ending.
No, I seen us live here still.
So what happened to my computer? Doing mad or what?
You get my Friday.
Yesterday, perhaps the most used word by members of the UNC in the parliament was incompetent, right? I said to Anita Haynes, and I am saying, Anita Haynes said, it's almost been a year since she first became a member of parliament. I just want to let Anita Haynes and the rest of the UNC MPs know. MP means member of parliament. Whether you're in the Senate or you're in the lower house, you are a member of parliament because the parliament comprises of two houses, the Senate and the House of Representatives. So she didn't become a member of parliament last year when she won the Tabaquite seat. She's been a member of parliament before because she was a senator for about 3 years. So when you call them illiterati and they want to get vexed, and you have a big degree from UE and don't know that you were a member of parliament while you were a senator?
Say it isn't so. Say it isn't so. Yeah.
Well, they open the lines already to talk to them. I was just coming with my fastest and wanted to.
Nah, man, you're coming on the right train.
Sure.
Have a caller here. Caller, good morning.
Good
Good morning, gentlemen and lady. Good morning. Oh, my word. You know how many days I can get in? What a hanging here. According to them, what people are hanging and holds in. Greetings to you all and all God's blessing. Sharon, morning to you, darling.
Morning, Miss.
Hussein, Dominic, Sharon. You know, I know. I don't want to even talk about that lady, you know, because they just do their mischief. They have something real plan, eh? Say what you want, like them or not like them. They make the mistake, they say they're untruth, and then only next day we running with that whole day. I don't want to see it as a bad thing. I can't see that, right? Sometimes when a lady face come up, I wonder if people if her people are wrong, huh? Just letting her feel what she's saying is truth. And they're just pulling her on for people to get this gospel. I don't know what is happening. But I want to say that COVID-19 is real. And right around Sharon area there, my daughter now has a sister that 2 sons have to bury this week. Big men. Big men. And it's only when it reach home, you just realize, because like the young people, like the old people, some of them not realizing. These people, these old men that they are sent for 7 days and 14 days. When you watch these old men should have been home. You know? But because I don't know, and people still not listening. And the longer we don't listen, the longer we stay in quarantine. You know? Mrs. Scott telling me how it's so in the night, it's so you're not hearing, and still after 11 in the night, you still hearing cars speeding through by me here, you know. And I want to say, I stood up in one of my windows in my bedroom and I watched outside and I say, well, yes, this is a ghost song in truth. And just somebody put on his phone, you know, when Noah and his son was in the ark, his family. I imagine how these people feel for these 40 days. Because it's real, and I mean, you have your social, you have your TV, and you have everything to keep you active. But I want to say, people, let us try. The business people only want, and let me tell you, one of this lady's son was working in a factory, was at an outbreak, and they didn't tell them, you know. And make his father get infected, his mother get infected, his brother died, and he died, you know. And I feel they must make it a criminal offense as long as somebody falls sick with COVID-19 in an industry or factory and you did not quarantine the workers, it must be a criminal offense. Another thing, anybody who is caught harboring, bringing in, or encouraging Venezuelans to come in this country, and you meet them with them, it's a criminal offense. Unless this is not done, nothing will happen. So I believe God is in control. I believe in God. And I believe prayer changes things. I thank God for the day of prayer. We have been praying all the time for this country. And I believe prayer will prevail. Forget what she says. She said prayer can't help. That's her business. That's her belief. Some people don't believe it have a God. Some people don't believe nothing. But I believe that God is going to come to for us. But we must walk in obedience. Listen, you don't want to like Dr. Rowley, you don't want to like the PNM, but listen. And another thing before I leave, I'm asking the Minister of Health, please, to make the Point Frontier Health Center at 24 hours, because when it's closed at 8 o'clock and you have an emergency, you have to reach San Fernando, it's full from place, border to border, or go Superior. And this is not cutting it nice. I know somebody got a cut night before, bleeding, and they had to reach quite Superior. Please make it at 24 hours. Or go in Petrotrin, take the medical place, ask Heritage, do something, but put something in place for Point. I have no beef for them making the hospital a COVID place because they have ICU. I don't have no beef in that. An area is full. But I want to say, give us a 24 hours. Have a wonderful morning. Love you all.
Thank you.
Right. I'm inside.
Don't touch the doohickey tomorrow, eh?
Oh, I didn't touch nothing, you know. I have a grandson here. I tell the boy, I said, boy, I'll put one lash on you. Nana, I'm not a boy, let me tell you this, eh? My name is Nathan. You'll be 2 years, you know, you'll be 3 years, about 2 weeks to come in. That little thing, that little shrimp.
I wonder where that mouth descended from, boy. Dominic, where that mouth descended from?
Oh my gosh. My gosh.
I wonder.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, pull him fall far from the tree.
You understand?
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
Don't talk to me. I'm not talking to you, Nana. I'm not talking to you. Don't talk to me. It's a little thing. I just here tell them something here. A class of every so. And them big ones don't say that make mistake and it's them. He taking the national, he send them back. I say, boy, one, as I put on the fan, it's blowing your way. He said, put it on now, you'll see.
Oh gosh.
Oh, look, I don't say a spider here, all you want to put it down, play with it.
I don't play with it.
A brown spider. After that, money.
That Rick with no money to them.
You understand?
People always call us, and I say, good morning to Mr. Napuna and Tobago. Hope, well, I don't know if it's still locked on, but Mr. Napuna, Miss Meat Village, Mommy Sauce Village, Deep South, all of you all. Morning.
Morning to Bruce, Dominic and Sharon.
Morning.
Morning. I would like to say thanks to the Minister of Agriculture, Saturday Past Enterprise, and he delivered pack tray to the neighborhood on my street, and I'll say thanks very much for that. And you all have a good morning and have a good day.
Yeah, man, you too, man.
If you want to talk about King's sister, I will leave it there.
I'm not telling you, I want to send you. I'm sending you all a picture. You see the bunch of bad talk and big Kuchu and Bacchanal in the Parliament vote. And I like Clarence too bad. He say making Bacchanal, he ain't send no names. They making Bacchanal body the damn deaf hampers. Yes, and no names. And saying about, oh, you can't get, it's either 600 or 400 names. And wherever. So you do have a database of the people who just come in the constituency to see you and know who are the persons who are unemployed and so on. And you went out to send out a SOS. The persons who lost their jobs and who are home at this time not being paid, these are the people you have to target. Check your phone, Bruce. I want to share with people what the NAM Depot hamper looks like. Already talking. He collect, Saddam collect it, he collect all you know. All you go in the constituency office in Tower Battery, go and get and ask for your hamper.
Where's Senator Sharon?
On Jason Thomas.
I ain't seen nothing.
How much Jason Thomas it have?
Yeah, you'll be surprised.
No, man.
I ain't see it coming here.
What jail is this? I don't have video kind of thing, man. Because Senator being in there. But then it's on to Dominic.
No, wait, just I want to believe it's my fault. I ain't seen it. Let me see. I feel your Senator be mobile, you know. Yeah, that self.
No, that means.
You Senator be mobile.
That's yeah.
Yeah, oh good. And like these waiters here? Papa.
You see it?
Yeah.
Right. Put it up. So, I don't know why I can't get. I see it in my computer saying this. Me, I buy this computer by price, man. It's the slowest thing it's ever. First thing I did buy, and I had to buy another one to use. A 2-in-1 or 3-in-1 or whatever in one. Them the white one, you know it. The thing's slow. Jesus.
Bruce, let the lady know you can't go wrong with a MacBook for me, please.
Well, I listen, I want to tell you, yeah. I don't have all the MacBook money. You are no kidneys to see about, you know.
Sharon, if you're really interested in a MacBook, my friend, call me after work today. And I will give you a number.
Oh, wait, all you give me nothing for my birthday. Now it's my call. All you call me.
Hey, hello? What? Don't get me hot here. Tell me if I get a call here.
Papa, buy a MacBook for me now, please.
Bruce, with Jehovah Witnesses today.
Where is that?
So, it have a video in it? 2 videos in it, or?
It's one video on the picture, but because I sent it twice, I couldn't find it. So.
Okay, I'm going to put up the picture.
Right.
Right.
But they have to log on to see who they get.
Yes, well, we're up to 590 on YouTube, you know. I'm not seeing. And
that come the rest just fly on. And I seen 278 Facebook on it, don't let YouTube be lazy and all this stuff now.
What?
Share the live.
YouTube sharing bull pistol right now.
I see that. I don't want to be in that category now.
So, folks, this is from Namdevco.
Yep.
See how nice and healthy everything looks here?
I'm going to tell you everything nice and fresh. So that's why they want to give it out one time when it comes. It's not to keep.
That is it.
Because you have calabash. In one bag you have calabash pumpkin, dasheen, sweet potatoes.
Look, I seen meat.
Cassava. Yes, and you're getting chicken too.
So
cassava. And then in the next bag you're getting pineapple, orange, like fruits in the other bag. Get plantain. You get some pimento, some hot pepper, okras. The only thing I didn't see, oh no, I shouldn't say that. I see pumpkin, and I was saying that. See some squash pumpkin there, I forget. Yes, YouTube, we're looking good, 597, get in it.
600.
Or they want to talk? 602, or they want to talk? Take that. Or they can't beat this Titans of Democracy, not even with a 10-foot pole. Or they could try. You see it? And we got bread too. Our constituency did bread.
Okay.
Our MP got bread. He with us. I don't know how he does do it, but don't ask me. And I forget Cody, and I forget sweet pepper, and I forget pawpaw. Tomatoes.
I know that's all the things what I eaten.
Cucumbers. A perfect market. Some of it does go in the market, we don't buy nothing close to that.
True.
And tell us what is that is called, a melon jam. What do you just call it again?
Bygone.
Bygone. You got bygone too. I went just now and begged somebody. Yesterday I begged a man for one. I said, give me one, and the next one give me one. So I had 3 bygone. You know, when you open so go on the Sharon, I do that. I said, give me, if you don't want it. Don't go and put it down for it to spoil and throw it.
Bruce, all we will see is pictures.
Papa, you, boy.
You don't live too far away.
Finished product.
I just bypass the notifications now or no?
I'll finish the food and I'll send it to you. Only 8:44 with all it up, you know.
I know. I was to mention on Saturday at the press conference where Dr. Trotman, she made reference to the fact that she's seeing more and more persons coming in getting infections from home because persons who are tested COVID positive and supposed to be in quarantine at home are infecting their households, and that is contributing to the increase in the numbers. And I guess you could understand some people because of the physical situation when they can't
really distance that well.
Yeah, and depending on how many people living in the house, you could have your own room and that kind of thing. So, don't know what they could do about that one.
Well, gentlemen, I hope that you're getting yourself ready to go and get the vaccine. Don't let me be the only one that got hers at my second shot in a couple of days or weeks. Maybe 2 more weeks here.
Okay.
So, don't oh, hold on, there, listen to Monica, Papa. You know, I fall asleep listening to that last night. I was going good until I started hearing the rubbish. And everybody coming and reading from script. But the worst debater last night was Rodney Charles. Oh, Jesus. Like, he's starting to forget what he's saying and he repeating himself. Oh, Lord. I wonder if he take his vaccine yet. But I hear abuse of tabakit.
Sharon, let me tell you something. That has happened when you realize in your own self that what they get to write don't make sense, you know. So you have no choice but to repeat the first set of things that you say. Because if you're reading something and they say, I am Sharon Felix and I come to let everybody know, and when you watch down you see I am dotish and I am a clown, you know, I am Sharon Felix and I come to let everybody know. Where's that you say there? I am Sharon Felix and I come to let everybody know.
Well, listen, I hear Tabakit get abused because Tabakit ain't supporting no government, but he's supporting something what he feels is right.
Right.
Tabakit will never be paying him. Never. But the stuff when he had to talk, according to wherever they go, oh God, they start to abuse him. I was even shocked. I hear Brooklyn, what? Well, they well used them up. That man they called Kingsley. Mark on. I hope you're working. You couldn't tell Vandana Mohit Mahon that the damn DEFCO check she was talking about is people who work. You're working there. You didn't know to tell she's employment. It's employees who get the little check they work.
Oh,
and the bank at the time was closed, so they couldn't change it. So they went to Bever and to change the check. And Mark Mahon, you're working damn DEFCO. You didn't know to tell the woman that is not making sense. They don't listen to you or what?
Somebody
chain up the killers. And then I hear God Christopher talking about fractions in the UNC. I wonder what fraction he on. He on what, quarter? 3/4, half?
Improper fractions.
Must be really improper. So, I seen a call there. The phone wasn't calling? Oh, okay. I thought the phone was ringing, yeah. But I hear pew, pew, pew. It's not a sign, you know, gunshots from here.
Miss Felix, you have your balize over your door?
My balize?
Yeah, well, remember Vicky said that it's only UNC people dying, so apparently, you know, when the Passover, where they say put lamb's blood over your door and the angel of death will bypass. So if you put a balize over your house, COVID will pass your street.
I have a better thing. Keep out UNC. It's right over my bed. It's painted purple. And I put and I ain't stupid, I'm born yesterday. So I have to go to get her 4 shoes and I'll put a cross. Write it up. Tomorrow I will put up the flag behind. All you want to see back, all you want to get me vaccinated. They want to get me vaccinated. They really want to get me vaccinated. Tomorrow I will give it to you. Or later.
I'll make sure and log on.
Disrespectful. So,
Father.
I just come on just so I'm taking one changes.
Until you come on the right train, we're worried about.
Ow.
Great minds think alike.
So, Dr. Rowley, you go here, boy. She go cough, yeah? You go watch a big, strong man who drinking Paco water. You remember Paco water? Who drinking Paco water when you go to Bagel.
You see why this can't take with
Sharon? Was fish.
You sure they could smell Paco water?
Now, they don't know about that. Kong soup. Turtle, look. What the matter with?
She must have so.
Eh?
You must have
I want to tell them what it happened to Tobago. You ever eat steamed egg roll? When they bring in the fish and they have the fish egg and they steam it with a little coconut juice and some pimentos and thing and you fix it up nice. Men only must try to eat that. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, you know.
Sharon.
Yeah.
This is the coolest
I
Prime
know should be
Minister.
getting some of that.
The coolest Prime Minister to ever preside over Trinidad and Tobago. Coolest?
Yeah. Nah. He's not the coolest.
He's not the coolest?
I wouldn't tell a lie. I can't tell a lie. Mr. Manning was the coolest Prime Minister.
Listen to me. You remember when Mr. Manning went into the radio station?
No, that was that time. But in terms of Larry Biggie, Mr. Manning was the coolest Prime Minister that I could tell you that I knew. Dr. Rowley is the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Dr. Rowley is he just right. He's here for the right time. You see, that's something Mr. Manning would have leave with. I'll leave that. I like Dr. Rowley. Hit them for six. Answer them back.
Well, I will
tell them what you have to tell them.
I see the comment.
A more Prime Minister we have is Dr. Rowley.
Dr. Rowley does sit down home and listen to these things and be like,
I love him for that. Answer them back and tell them that they get off. They're too fast and out of place and the word for today is boldness. I think it's so. And Dominic, tell them that they get off. I express my authentic self with confidence. There may have been times in my past when I believe I had to hide myself, to pretend to be someone I wasn't, just to feel accepted, to fit in. Dr. Rowley, I'm doing that. Today I realize I don't need to conform to anyone else's idea or who I should be, because I know I am a divine being, a child of God. And I am everything I need to be. With boldness and quiet confidence, I show up in the world as my truest self, to share openly and truthfully, to pursue my passions, and to express myself unapologetically. I face my challenges boldly. I need not shrink my daunting situation, because I am endowed with the love, strength, and wisdom of God. All aspects of my divine inheritance, I travel the path of my life with confidence. Be strong and let your heart take courage, all you who wait for the Lord. Psalms 31:24. And that fall in the garden this morning. All of them who feel that I fear them, I fear God. And I want to say before I go, people stop being used by other people for their own gains. Because when they finish and get what they want, they're going to spit you out like a plum seed, kick you aside. They have no uses for you. It is all about them. And it's not just going on in the UNC wanting to use poor people for the dotishness and for the politicizing and the politics and the campaign. It's going on around Miss Bonnie with people that I know. People open your eyes and think. Open your eyes and be wise. Be wise. You tell me why a man will want leadership so badly, or he want position so badly that he's prepared to do anything possible to it, which is lie on people, which is lie about people, which is lie about situation, which is a lie about things that you do just to gain power. How long will it last? Think about it. I'm bold today. Right? I've done too.
Well, guys, that's all the time we have for today. So, talk to you guys tomorrow, please God. Sharon, Dominic.
Ciao.
Ciao.
I find Dominic will take very long to say this ciao.
We need to organize that chorus, you know. We need to.
I think so, no.
Yeah.
Gotta tape it.
We gotta Let's practice.
How are we going to tape it?
Pray it, everybody say it and you pray together.
All right, no problem.
Right.
Folks, we out.
So, ciao.
Woke up this morning and I'm feeling nice. But the path that I chose comes with battles to fight. As long as I'm living, my future is shaping. And where I am headed, got no time for problems. Hold the weight on your shoulders. Put your problems behind you. If you fall long, just get up and get your head out the dirt. And when they trying to mind you, and they talking behind you, don't mean nothing but you.
They're not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Listen, we wouldn't be able to say hello to you tonight without the sponsors, without Republic Bank, Carib, Digicel, Guardian Life Media, KFC. Real people, all you, give a round of applause for corporate for stepping up right now. They are doing their part for culture. And thank you for coming every show. Hello, 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 hello. This is so much better than singing just for the screen. I miss all you. I didn't see all of you, yeah. I didn't see plenty of my artists for you either. Right now, I want you to make some noise for Turner, 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 Turner. Yo, 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 yo. Everything higher. Push on the place and go to fire. Oh, Lord, everything higher. From the place and go. We have to hold it on. See, I was holding strong. See, I was holding on. Road is rocky but strong. People wanna hold me down. That is all a part of me. Realization on my destination. I don't have. We are like this. I'm like this. I'm like this. Sure. I had to take from good. Mama don't tell me I really. I had to take from good. But that makes a beautiful road. I got to wake up facing. Put it on. All proud to be alive. If you're grateful, boy, you want to anything higher. Mash up the place and go that fire. Oh, Lord. Mash up the place and go that fire. See, I was holding on. See, I was going. See, I was holding on. See, I was holding on. See, I was going strong. See, I was holding on. My journey is my journey. Inside of me, why you like this? Trinbago, everything high. Push on the place and go start fire. How are you? Oh yeah, everything. Wah, 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 wah. See, I was holding on. See, I was holding strong. See, I was holding on. See, I was holding on. Holding strong. See, I was holding on. Look. All you make some noise. For generation now, for me please. If all you only know, Turner have calypso and soca deep within his soul. He representing for the next generation right now. Make some noise for Turner. A real journey. Bless the teacher and everybody. Kiss my brother. Let me sing it too. All of the journey very long, and all that we had little setbacks. But once we had life, anything is possible. Who agree? That's right. Once you have life, anything is possible. To my big brother here, you see me from day one working security and give me the big up. Straight up. So I say big love to you, brother. I love you, dog. I never forget that. Never ever. So love and respect everybody. Put your hand in the air for Kiss. Put your hand in the air for Turner. Put your hand in the air. Beat the thing. So, beat the thing, Kaya. Mash up the place and go to fire. Oh, Lord. Beat the thing, Kaya. Mash
up the place and put on fire. She was holding on. She was going strong. She was holding on. She was holding on. She was holding on. Look at that day.
Hello?
Hey, Nikki, you busy?
Busy watching TV.
Oh, so you're home then?
I never said I home.
But you're not watching TV?
Yes, I'm watching DirecTV's TV online from a tablet. Watch it anywhere, anytime, from any device. And right now, I'm watching you in the gym. Yes, looking real good. Watch TV anywhere on any device with DirecTV's TV online. With DirecTV, you're looking good with the best in entertainment. Call 877-4388 to sign up for postpaid today.
Crosscutter Supermarket is giving away 500 Mother's Day cakes to 500 Supermoms this Mother's Day. Just fill out the entry forms and drop them off in the box at Crosscutters to give your mom the chance to win her very own Mother's Day cake from the supermarket that's always there for you with affordable prices. Happy Mother's Day from the management and staff of Crosscutters nationwide.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT. Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody. Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
Julia, how our daughter bright so?
What you mean?
Kelly's so young and already talking about when she gets her first job, taking out a mortgage with TTMF at 2%.
She knows about 2%?
Yes. 2% with no down payment as a first-time homeowner and the lowest rate on the market. We would not have to dip into our savings to set her up. Where she get all this brains from?
Her mother, of course.
TTMF, from here to home.
I decided that I would try it once for some strange reason. It started to work. Because every time I run on hard surface, my left knee as well tends to pain the next day.
Yeah.
So I tried it and some miracle it worked.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot right now. Is it your mind or does the product work?
Well, I've been running on the road every day now and I have no pain in my joints, so it's definitely the product.
So the product works?
Definitely.
Sky is not the limit, please stay open. Be a voice for change and inspiration, yeah. Be true to yourself with every motion. Be fearless when you speak, the future's waiting, yeah. Just be, just be, just be, just be.
Be mobile, just be.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
The Street 909 FM has been asked to announce the passing of Lucille Johnson, who departed this life peacefully on Wednesday, 19th May 2021, at the age of 80 years. She was the daughter of the late Agatha Philip Wickham and Burry Philip, wife of the late Selwyn Johnson, mother of Verant Philip Pitt, deceased, Colin Johnson, and Alicia Johnson Stewart, grandmother of Darren Duran, deceased, Donan, Lemuel, Jaden, and Travon, a great-grandmother of Dane, Anya, Desire, Kwame, Dane, and Davire, sister of Glenn, deceased, Eleanor, Lucy, Roy, and Foster, family and friend of many. Funeral service for the late Lucille Johnson takes place at 9:30 a.m. on Wednesday, the 26th of May, 2021, at the Simpsons Memorial Limited Funeral Chapel, number 63, Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Thence for burial at the Crown Street Cemetery. You can contact 623-8688 for more information.